Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Max, I see you're here. Who else is here? Alright, I'll assume it's just you, Max. Yeah. I'll click you guys over to my screen here in a minute. Let me just set up what I'm doing real quick. We're playing Microsoft Flight Simulator today. Microsoft Flight Simulator X. We're flying on a network called the VATSIM network. Basically online multiplayer for Flight Simulator with other people, you know, as air traffic controllers and stuff in certain areas. It'll be fun. Yeah. I think you guys will enjoy it. So as the title says, we're flying from... Okay, we are flying from... Boston, Logan International Airport, flying to Philadelphia, and then back to Boston. So it shouldn't take incredibly long, but I think we'll be streaming for about 3 hours straight. You can hear my flight simulator loading up, so just wait for a second. Okay, it's slightly glitching out on me, that's fun. Let's fix this then. Glad I didn't turn this to my monitor yet. Are we okay now? Okay, I'm resetting it. Hopefully this fixes it. Okay. We're just gonna change our gate real quick in Boston. Check rate is great. Okay. It's working now. Let me just get the last bit of this setup done. Just get it to where I need it, basically. I'll bring you guys over here in a second. I know I need to turn the volume of the game down a little bit. For you guys, anyway. Alright, that should be good. Every time I click out, though, it does, what it does is makes the sound go away, so I apologize about that. Alright, let's get to work. So, I'll bring you guys in momentarily. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright, Welcome to my screen. Chat way out. Alright, we're playing Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Yeah. This is an Airbus A320. Nice plane. That's what it looks like on the outside. I gotta close that back door, so don't mind that. But what we're on is basically an online network where people fly on Flight Simulator with realistic procedures and all that. I won't do too much explaining, I'm just gonna get to what I'm doing quickly, so we get the radio frequency we need in. Okay. That's okay, let's get to work. So, I need to put the fuel and all in. Okay. Load fuel. We'll say we have 136 passengers, 8.5 tons of fuel. Metric tons, so that's in kilograms. Fuel, I calculated earlier, we need 5.5 tons. What we'll do is we'll not put anything in for the passengers and cargo, and we'll tell it to instant load the fuel, like instantly, and then we'll set the passengers and all to load over time, so that'll happen slowly. So there we go. Now, since we've got fuel loaded, and every time you hear that sound, that is the sound of what it is there's a radio transmission on. Someone does it via text. There isn't anyone controlling here, so yeah, there won't be anyone talking other than me, but there's people doing text because of, you know, they need to let us know what's going on. Okay, so I am going to, I need to put the seatbelt sign on. That's what I need to do. Make sure everything up here is armed, which it is. Just kind of going through checking everything. APU bleed for the air conditioning. Come on, we'll test the fire alarms. Engine 1's good. APU's good. Engine 2's good. Okay, we can come down here. Auto brake to max. And we can put the route in. So, this might not make sense to some of you guys, but yeah. Okay. So, we are flying from Boston, KBOS, to Philadelphia, KPHL. Okay. And flight number, we are American Airlines, flight 1670. Cost index. So basically, how fast we want to fly versus how economically. It's a value number. We'll do 50. Cruise altitude is flight level, because it's above 18,000 feet. It'll be at 28,000 feet today. That'll be our altitude. Hello, time to play 360. Alright. I need to look at the chart and see what kind of runways we got in Boston, because I don't fly out of here too much. So I need to see what's up. I can see on my other screen, the winds, surface winds are, what are we at today? We're at 320 at 11 knots. So, we'll be departing. Oh, if I could get the chart pulled up, that'd be great. Okay, there is a runway 32. It's too short for us, though. There's a runway 33 left, which we could take. But I don't think we're really... Well, I mean, we could. Or we could go off the 22s, but I don't think we should do that. I'm guessing we should go off 33 left. So that is, in fact, what we will do. So, scroll down in this. 33 left. Alright, we are on the SOX 4 departure. put that in. Time to play. Do you need me to explain what I'm doing, or do you know what I'm doing here? Alright, time to play. Sounds good. Alrighty. Proceed. I will. Alright. So, we're going from Sucks, we go to Buzzard, and then we go to Say, S-E-Y. I'm not sure exactly where that is. I'm not familiar with the New England area. Yeah, I don't really know. And then from there, we're going in an airway. We're in the J121. Going to Briggs. Put that in. Scrolling. It's a long airway. And then we go from Briggs to run the gyms to into Philadelphia. So I'm not sure what runway we'll be on in Philadelphia. I can check now. So why not? I'll get the weather for Philadelphia. Time to play. Do you know what VATSIM is? VATSIM, V-A-T-S-I-M. Would you like me to explain it? Alright, so VATSIM, spelled V-A-T-S-I-M, is the Virtual Air Traffic Simulation Network, which is basically, a lot of people get together, basically, not in the same place, but on Flight Simulator, and we all fly online in various places across the world. Some people do air traffic controlling for, various places. And yeah, it's generally a lot of fun, and we use realistic procedures and everything, so it's good for people who like aviation and want to get into it, because it basically lets us go into our natural environment. But yeah, it's pretty fun. That's what I'm on right now. We'll be landing 27 left in Philadelphia. It's like the ILS. Gyms too. There it is. So basically a VR flight simulator online. Not exactly, or a VR, but you mean, like, it's not like Oculus Rift or anything, but, it's supposed to be, realistic. VATSIM is just the name of the network that you're on, it's not the flight simulator. The flight simulators you can use X-Plane, you can use Flight Simulator X, you can use Prepare 3D, things like that. Alright, and that is our flight plan done. Do performance now. There's performance done. I like the Airbus. You just punch in like no numbers and stuff happens. It's very nice. Alright, are people done getting on yet? They are. Great. Close the cargo doors anyway. I'll leave the front door open for a little bit. The only annoying thing about this plane is you can't change the numbers from metric, so I had to learn metric. Transponder code to 2000. What are we on right now? Standby? Good. Okay, get our auxiliary power unit on so we don't have to run off ground power. Get our beacon light on. And I think we're about ready to close the front door, actually, so we will do that. It is closed. So you can see outside now. We're gonna get the jetway off. That's coming off. That's not the engine you can hear powering on, or the engines. It's a little thing in the back of the plane, in that little hole you can see. What it is basically, it's like a tiny little jet engine that produces enough electricity and air that we can run the plane on it, essentially. Sorry for if there was a weird sound there, I was readjusting in my seat. I'm sorry for the silence, every time I click out it does that. I can't do anything about it. Put that on the engine display because we're about ready to push back. I didn't look at the chart for the departure procedure, which is something I should have done. I need to look also at a top-down to see where we are. Oh, crap. Okay. Right, so we're gonna have a long taxi, I'll tell you that much, to get to where we're going. I hate that sound of the auxiliary power unit. I know, it's annoying. Oh, and yeah, we can get rid of the ground connections that you could see outside. Now we gotta set the parking brakes so we can take the chocks out. There we go. Okay, so now you can see we're just on our own. Yeah, I think we're about ready. So, once I look at the departure chart, which I wish I could show you guys, but I can't, we can see that. Wow, that's a confusing looking chart. Runway heading's gonna be 331 degrees. So we'll just set that. Probably could have gone the other way on the dial, but eh. Scrolling. Okay. And then we don't really have any altitude restrictions. We just have to be above a certain altitude at a certain point. That shouldn't be a problem. So we're basically good to go. I just need to get my chart showing the taxiway so we can push back. Sweet. There's a British Airways flight landing as well. You can see them there. I just centered the view on them. They're landing. That's another person online on the network, and you can see them there. I don't know where they're coming from, but most likely England, because this is Boston. One of the busier areas on the network. I mean, it is the middle of the day, so no one's really on. But, I mean, some people from Europe are on. But yeah. Okay. So let's get moving. Because I'm very slow. Push back. Push back, you dingus. Okay. So we're gonna get pushed back up the gate by that adorable little truck there. What is this called again? This is called Microsoft Flight Simulator X. This is the Steam edition because the actual one is like 10 years old. Yeah. It's fun. I have a lot of add-ons as well, like this plane. The good add-ons you have to pay for. Starting engine 2. Alright, time to play 360. I'll see you later, and you can probably watch the rest of the stream on the video that it uploads later. So if you want to watch it then, that'll be fine, and see you later. Blocking body. Pretty bad. that. Okay. Engine number 2 stable, starting number 1. Just the hydraulics coming on. Alright, time to play. Welcome back. And I will warn you, time to play, I'm actually just, I was thinking for about the few seconds that you were gone, we might not do the return trip from Philadelphia, but I know we'll definitely go to Philadelphia. So, just thought I'd get that out there. Stable on engine number 1. That is the weirdest looking baggage handler I've ever seen. And we can begin moving as soon as I find where we are on the chart. Alright, just follow this taxiway for 1,000,000 years. Sounds good. Some power moment. And every time that looks down, all of a sudden, that's me resetting my view, so pardon that. Okay. Driving an airplane, basically, like a car. Just on the ground. And that click you could hear is the throttle going back into idle. I try to keep it from going back into idle while taxiing, just to keep it from clicking. It's an Airbus. It has the weird auto thrust system with the throttles. Yeah. Out of curiosity, what would happen if somebody crash landed? Normally they rage quit if they crash land. I mean, I say rage quit, like, what they would do basically is, most likely they'd disconnect, because people do the flights, like, full length in real time, and you can get a little bit angry if you crash, but nothing really happens if one crashes. Oh, crap. I forgot to put the flaps down. And I forgot to arm the spoilers. There we go. Flaps are down now. Everything is good. That's what it was warning me about. Hang on, am I going the wrong way? Oh my gosh, did I just do that? I just did that. I just went the wrong way, basically. That's funny. Oh, no, I didn't go the wrong way. I went the right way. Okay, I thought for a second I went the wrong way. It's alright. Still alive. Still alive. About an hour flight to Philadelphia, so. Probably come out onto this taxiway out here. That's what we'll do. I should probably be watching where other people are. Right over there. I forgot to turn the taxi light on. Put the landing lights extended anyway. We won't turn them on because we can't right now. We don't want to blind anybody. But we'll get them at least to the point where they are out and ready to turn on. it has a few states. Like, they come down and then they turn on because they lock up into the bottom of the plane on Airbus. So the flight would actually take an hour. Yes, it will. Unless I use time acceleration, which is generally banned on the network. I mean, I say it's banned. It's not banned, but people don't use it because it's a lot of trouble to time accelerate it. But yeah, it will actually take an hour. And I've sat down and done flights across the Atlantic. You can imagine how long that takes. I've done Chicago to London about 5 times. It takes about 8 hours. I tried to fly from Australia to California this morning, but my game crashed, so I didn't. I'll try tomorrow or something. I don't know. I probably won't stream it, but we need to turn here. So we're gonna cross this runway. Probably should be looking. Clear. Oh, there's another plane over there. Look at that. I sound really excited because there's not an event on, so no one's really around. And it's the middle of the day, so really no one's around. Which I need you. I think they're going to the same runway we're going to, so we'll see who gets there first. That's generally accepted as the one who gets there first gets to take off first. So turning right. Looks like they're still there. I can't tell. But yeah, generally the busiest part of America on VATSIM is the New England area, so New York, Boston, all that. So yeah, I mean there's still people around. You have to understand. Holy crap! Good grief. That scared me. And that is why you always look to see what's happening around you. 'Cause that happens. I don't think I've ever stepped on the brakes that hard in my life. It's just, the runway looks fine. Nope! That shook me up a little bit. I'm gonna check now and see if it's clear. It is. Good. Okay. Yes, we have to come out onto the runway this guy was just on, something I don't like doing. And we have to turn left. Right up here. I'm guessing they're just using this runway because it's closer. But I'm gonna go all the way out there like they would in real life, probably. I don't know. I mean, the winds aren't crazy, but actually 11 knots is a little bit. It's more than a little bit. It's a decent amount. Okay, so we just follow this for... And we just stay on this one, basically, until the end of the runway. And then we're good. And then we take off. And you get to hear the lovely sound the engines on this plane make. That's the thing I love about flying, is like opening the throttles at the end of a runway. And then the buzzsaw effect. Oh, I love it. You guys will actually have to tell me on stream if my audio is too loud or not. Or, yeah, if my game audio is too loud so I can turn it down in OBS. Because I can, if that's what you guys need. I mean, I'll still hear it the same, because I have it tuned where I like it, but I'll turn it down for you guys. Or up, if that's necessary. For the takeoff anyway, I'll shut up. Hoping no one's on this runway. Probably should have looked. It's me being an irresponsible pilot. Good. Hey, you can see the city of Boston over there. I forgot about that, about this airport. At least you can see Boston. I have an add-on giving me real-world weather, I should point out, so the weather that I'm seeing right now and the weather that you guys are seeing is the same weather that's happening in the real world as we speak. So I'm turning the weather radar on. So this is what it's actually like in Boston right now, for the most part, which is cool to think about. I don't know what the weather's like en route. I mean, they canceled one of the flights on this route earlier today, so I'm kind of worried that there might be some storms or something. But I don't know. And from your question earlier of what happens when people crash, there isn't any, like, special effects or anything cool happening. It just, like, stops the game, like, it freeze frames it and says, you crashed, basically, and it resets it. Alright. Coming up to our runway here, we're gonna stop just short of it. And then we turn the landing lights on. Okay. Taxi lights to take off. Strobes on. Ding the cabin, let them know. Okay, there we go. APU bleeds off. Just checking everything's good, which it is. Everything down there is good. Alright guys, we are ready to take off. So what we're gonna do, make sure the runway is clear. It looks clear to me. We've got more than enough runway. We probably didn't need to come all the way to the end. We could have taken off before we got down here, but I don't know. I just like going to the end. Rather be safe than sorry. It's like a 10,000 foot runway. I'm not worried. 10,083 feet. We probably only need about half of that, so. This runway is designed for jumbo jets. And big ones like the ones I'll tell you. Alright, I'm gonna shut up and behold the raw power of this airplane. Plus, we're ready to climb, gear up. Good speed. Gear up, all clear, autopilot coming in. Turn the altitude up because we don't have any restrictions thus far. Auto brake is set back. We're climbing at a really high angle, I don't know why. It should pitch the nose down here in a minute, which it is. Good. I was gonna say, we were really high there for a second. Climb power set. It should turn us here in a second. I'll make sure it does. Might have to cut a little bit of the departure off so I can fix this. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. There we go, turning left now. Flaps are up. Well, coming up now anyway. There's that view again. Sorry I keep doing that. Alrighty. And we are underway. We are joining the Sox for departure. Technically we've been on it, but we're definitely on it now. It'll be about 50 minutes from now. We'll be touching down in Philadelphia. So it's a short flight. I like the shorter ones. You just go up and then come right back down. So you don't get bored or have to come up with anything to do in the cruise. You just up and down. On my 8-hour flights, I just watch YouTube in the cruise. Everything is going well so far. Can't turn the landing lights off yet. We're getting close to that point, but we're not there yet. That's 10,000 feet when we can do that. And that's also when we clear the current speed limit, which is 250 knots. That is basically universal below 10,000 feet. Once we get above that, which we will be here momentarily, then we can go whatever speed we wish. We also switch the altimeter or barometer back to standard pressure at 18,000 feet. Alright, landing lights come off. Taxi light come off. Turn offs come off. Everything there is good. Alright, and we'll let the cabin know they can use their electronics, because that's also 10,000 feet. We use the no smoking sign to just when you have to do like a ding over the intercom, because most of the time in planes the no smoking sign is just a sticker for the most part. It doesn't actually change if you turn the sign in here off. It just stays on pretty much all the time. And we aren't climbing very much at this point because we're accelerating. Once we get up to higher speed, then we will climb again. Going through the clouds right now. It always looks nice when you get right above the clouds. You get really nice views. We'll take a picture of that. Why not? Take two. It always looks nice up in the air. There's never a bad day above the clouds. Unless you have an engine failure or depressurization or anything like that. Then it's not good. That is a bad day when that happens. Disarming the spoilers. Because we don't need them right now. We don't need them armed. Control popping up. The control tower for the Newark airport is online. We won't have to talk to them. If you guys wonder where I'm reading all this information, I'm reading charts off an iPad, and I'm reading all my other information off my other screen. Alright, transition altitude, which is where we switch the barometer over to standard pressure. There it is. Set the standby as well. So that's 18,000 feet. We only got to climb up to 28,000 and then we'll level off. And then I need to punch a few things into the flight computer. And then we'll be good for a little bit. The sounds you can hear are, for the most part, the engines. There's a little bit of wind in there, but it's the engines. And we have an approach in Philadelphia, so we're gonna have some control going into Philadelphia, so that'll be fun. Yeah. Makes my life a heck of a lot easier. I'll tell you that much. So right now, I need to start punching things into the computer, because there's a few things I need to put in on the arrival. I need to fix a few things. We actually go from Briggs, and then there's another waypoint mark too on the arrival that doesn't automatically program in. So put that in. Set a restriction to brakes. So brakes need to be at 14,000. Controller will clarify that to us if we need to or not, but I like to put it in just in case. So that should recalculate our descent when it happens, which it did. So, that's good. Check the restrictions for gyms. So, 8,000. Crossing restriction. And that's really all we can put in. Watch X37. Okay, so basically everything for the arrival is set up, and there's a ground in Philadelphia now. So we have approach control, ground control, and a weather frequency. So we have everything we need basically. Alright, time to play. I'll see you later. Essentially, we have what we'll need. So, I'm actually going to check the weather information. So we'll punch that frequency in. But we'll get tower control and all that from Philadelphia approach. We'll put in the Philadelphia weather frequency, which is 133.4. We'll listen to that.
Data information Tango 15540 Wind 320 and 8 Visibility 10 Few clouds at 4,400 Few clouds at 25,000 Feeling 30,000 growth Temperature 32 2.19 Altimeter 2994 Departing runway 27 left Runway 35 Simultaneous approach is in use to intersect Yang runways 27 right and 35. Arrivals expect ILS approach runway 27 right. Visual approach runway 35. Notices to landing. Operate mode Charlie on no taxiways and runways. Please make all hosts of instructions and advice on initial contact. You have information tangle. Philadelphia International Airport Davis Information Tango. 15540. West 320 and 8. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,000.
Alright, and we have the weather information now for Philadelphia. And I will point out that is an automated voice. That's not someone's actual voice. I mean, it's an automated thing. That was a real voice, but yeah. I hope the auto throttle likes me for this cruising. So I don't have to do it myself. It always does this revving thing when it gets close to the altitude. Hopefully it'll fix itself. We'll see. It appears to have. I think it has. That's good. Let's turn the range up on what we can see. That's all good. Put the Philadelphia approach frequency in my standby. It's 128.4 for when we need it. We don't need it right now, but I'll just get it ready there. So that when they send me a message telling me to contact them, I will just switch it over quickly. Everything will be alright. Nice view of the coast up here along the Atlantic Ocean and some states. Not exactly sure which one we're over right now, but one of them. I take a lot of screenshots. It is my downfall, I know. Oh, we can turn the seatbelt sign off. I always forget about that. I'll turn it to automatic, so if we hit some turbulence, it'll turn itself back on. Alright, and for now, we really don't have anything we need to do. In real life, you have paperwork and stuff, but I don't have anything right now. I mean, we could see where we are in relativity to other places, but and by the approaches, I'm not going to. I will, though, get rid of this Java window. Okay, maybe I'll move that for a second, so that'll look weird. I'll see where approach is, or where we are in relativity to where approach is and stuff. Okay. 4 planes on the ground in Philadelphia. Alright. We've got a little while to go before we get to Philadelphia controlled airspace, but yeah. So we just get a little bit of time to reflect on life, I guess. Not exactly sure what to talk about, because nothing's really going on with the channel right now. Other than this is basically going to count as this week's upload, so let that be known to the people who watch my videos, because I can't be bothered to edit right now. So yeah, I'd rather do this than edit, because this way I don't have to edit. but you guys do have to sit through my boring moments. But this takes less time as well, so yeah. I'm happy, you guys are probably happy, I don't know. When we get to Philadelphia, you guys will hear some people on the voice chat, which is, I say voice chat, I mean the radio frequency. It's like it has a voice channel on it. But you'll hear people on there talking, and they'll be making their requests and stuff. So, yeah, just don't really mind that. guys, I think I'll just come in for a second and tell you guys that if you look on the radar here, the navigation display, we'll zoom in on it so you can see, give an idea of where we are. If you look at the waypoint here, Plume, if you look directly to the right of that, that is JFK, John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. Right next to that's LaGuardia, and then above that is Newark, New Jersey, KEWR. So I just thought I'd show you guys that to give you an idea of where we are. We are basically passing by New York. 25 minutes into the flight, so we're about halfway. Check the thing again and see how close we are to Philadelphia controlled airspace. We're getting close. And by close, I mean it'll still be a while, but a lot better than we were last time. Closer. Good sign. Means we're making progress, which is what we want to see. Look outside real quick. Guys, I'm pretty much going to be back full-time now, so what we're going to do is we're getting close to our top descent, about 30 nautical miles, which is about the point where we turn the seatbelt sign back on. I turned it off first, that's not what I like to do. We'll turn that back on, tell people, you know, go back in your seats, we're going to be descending soon. So yeah, just getting prepared. So we will be descending without control for some part, without air traffic control. Then we'll be picking up air traffic control and we'll have to start following their instructions. Up until then, I've been doing what I deem necessary. We'll set the auto brake to medium, so when we land we don't have to mess with the brakes, we can focus on reverse thrust. And we won't touch the spoilers right now, it won't harm them. I forgot to turn that back to normal. It's alright. It's not critical that I turn the starter knob, but it's good to turn the starter knob back. I always forget that with this plane. I always forget that, and there's always something up here I forget. I can't remember what. You see what I mean, though? There's always something. the arrival procedure soon. We'll be joining it at Briggs. That's where the procedure starts, from the direction we're coming from. So, we'd cross there at 14,000 feet, and then there's further restrictions from there for altitude. Likely to cross the next waypoint after that, IROC, at 9,000 feet. You can see we're rather close to New York right now. It's pretty much just due east right now, off a right wing, the New York area. I believe it is anyway. And yes, there is no one in the pilot seat or the co-pilot seat. The plane is flying by itself. It's just the way this game is. We're going to be descending pretty quick. So I'll turn this now. I won't click it until we need to descend. Because you click the button to make the change you just did accept, basically. Make it take effect. So, hit the button, it'll tell them to start going down. This will be about a minute and a half. That'll be carried out. And yes, I keep the view at this angle when descending so I can see my engine screen as well and mess with my autopilot while seeing out the window and my displays on the pilot side. It just works out to convenience that way. Or whatever, however you say that. English, I can't. Turn the range down on the display there. So I can just see less, makes it less confusing. Less equals less confusing. It's a case of less equals more. So, very soon we will click this knob. Just waiting for that moment. It will come quickly enough. 3 nautical miles. 2.5. When we start turning, we started turning, so it's generally a good sign. Alright. I think we go now. Going now. Down we go. Come off the throttle a little bit instead of, just slamming the nose down. It's more comfortable for people that way. It scares them less. But down to 14,000 feet we go. And once we pass through 18,000 feet, we'll have to get a new altimeter setting, but I grabbed it earlier. This will be 29.94. Standard is 29.92. So just a little bit above standard. We're basically coasting right now as well. Got the nose pointed down a few degrees. Yeah, basically not using any engine power. Basically sitting in what's called flight idle. So as far back as we can pull them in flight without the plane giving us an alarm about engine output. Why would they build it like that? I don't know. It's weird. Just waiting now. I think we'll probably be with Philadelphia approach by the time we hit Briggs. That's my logic anyway. I don't know if we will. We'll check. Probably be a little bit after Briggs, or after IROC. It'll probably be around IROC, actually. We get the approach. But it'll be soon enough. We have IROC is here pretty quickly. I'll look at the thing and tell you. It's supposed to be IROC 1655. It is 1649. UTC. That's 12:55 Eastern Time, which is local for Philadelphia. Just in case some of you aren't familiar with time zones in the United States. Even though most of you will be. And Black Thunder, who you're probably watching this at some point, possibly. I know you will possibly not be familiar with it, but actually, no, you live in Eastern Time, so you would be familiar with it. Sometimes I forget Canada is right next to us. Alright. We'll be 13,000 feet shortly. I will contact Philadelphia Approach manually without them sending me a message. If they don't send me a message by iRocked, I will contact them by ground. And they'll probably give us a transponder code, which is what we call a squawk code. I just put 2000 in because that's standard if you don't have any traffic control on the network. It's just what you put in. And if you're flying VFR, visual flight rules, in like a small plane, then you squawk 1200, 1200. Took me a lot of learning to get this down. We're setting the altimeter to where we need it, which is 2994. We'll go to 2994, there it goes. It was on my setting, it was on in Philadelphia. Or Boston, I mean. I can't remember things, apparently. Also, I'll arm the spoilers now manually without using my button. Put it into the arm spot. So when we land, they'll come up, the auto brakes will go, and these thrust reversers as well. And those combined will slow us down decently quickly for an airplane anyway. I mean, we'll be using about 6,000 feet of runway. Going into me, we'll probably need an extra 2,000 because I'm not very good at landing. But, yeah. I always land softly, but I do what's called floating in. We don't touch down until about halfway along the runway. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, so I'm hoping it doesn't. But I just had a good landing yesterday, so hopefully we can repeat that. Coming along. We almost made the altitude restriction at Briggs. I mean, we might actually make it. We are going to make it. Sweet. And some massive weather shows up on the weather radar. A massive thunderstorm over there, apparently. It's not those clouds right there, I don't think, but... And we did make the altitude for Briggs. We made the restriction. Good. That's generally good to make restrictions. Correctly. Whatever the word is. We'll also ding the cabin so they know the electronics. We'll turn them off. It's a little bit early, but why not? So they're prepared. Alright, Philadelphia North approach. Or just Philadelphia approach. It's Philadelphia North, something or another approach. Alright, they want us to call them, so we will do so. Over their frequency we go. We're in. And I will pull my microphone on my headset out. We'll talk to them. Philadelphia approach, good afternoon, American 1670 with you through 12,700, descending to be at 9,000 feet at iRocked, India Romeo, Oscar, Kilo Tango.
American 1670 Philly approach, good afternoon, sir, squawk 3074, 3074.
Squawk 3074, American 1670. It's 3074. So we're with him now.
American 1670, radar contact 27 miles southeast of the City Lake, New York. Delay estimation Tango Sound current. Expect delay all is 27 right approach, maintain 90,000, delay all measure 2994.
We copy the altimeter, and we forgot to say we have Tango, and we'll expect 27 right. American 1670. Forgot to tell him we had the information. Good job, me. I forgot to put the restriction in for Ira.
American 2324, fully departure, close sir. Tower plane 230, following 320 at 8, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff 5230, American 2324.
Alright, so we're supposed to maintain 9,000 after I rocket. That's the ATC's orders, basically. So we do what he says. Unless the plane shouts at us to do something. Then we do what the plane says, and then we do what the guy says. That's the order of priority. We're getting close to 10,000 feet, so we gotta slow down. We'll turn the lights on. That need to come on. There we go. So, coming back down to 250 knots. Welcome back, time to play. We're getting right into the action. We just got over to Philadelphia control, and, well, Philadelphia approach control. And they're gonna be guiding us in. So, everything's happening, so if I don't talk too much, that's why. It's because I'm focusing. Instructed to maintain 9,000 and I rocket. After I rocket. And there was just some other person talking on the network, so on this frequency. So you missed that, but there'll be other people talking most definitely at some point. So don't think you missed anything. It happens all the time. That emoji gets me every time. Between the ground and the standby, 1219. The standby is just the other box that nothing's happening when.
American 2324, radar contact, Dale.
That's not us.
1,700, American 2324.
American 2324, thank you. Cloud maintain 1 to 12,000.
2,000, American 2324.
So we're just holding this altitude, basically. Ignoring the restrictions I put in earlier, ATC takes priority.
Approach, good day, American 3870, with you just coming up here on Sierra 1 for 27 American 3870 for the approach, good day, runway 27 left, final call. Left, right 27 left, American 3870.
Patiently waiting.
November 71 Fox of Sierra, leading my airspace, orders 7 minutes, squawk BFR, break constitution boom, but I'll get it.
I do have scenery for the Philadelphia airport, so to make it look better, so I will point that out. It'll look pretty cool. You're right at Boston.
American 878 for departure, hello. American 2324, tower left saying 100, unable to see direct pitch.
Plus 100, direct pitch, American 23, transfer.
American 16, 70 to 7, maintain 6,000.
Still maintain 6,000, American 1670. Downhill.
American 3870, thank you for patient service, now nothing 230, delivering 320 at 8, only to 1, clear for takeoff. Plus 230 and clear for takeoff, 27 left American 20, 3870.
Airport's gonna be right in front of us.
American 878, 80,
miles.
just on a left line.
Not a thing. I'll start taking the speed manually now. Go down to 40 knots. So about 270 miles an hour, or thereabouts.
American 2324, expedite climb to 2000, please.
Yeah, what's on that 2000, American 23, transfer.
See some traffic on the radar as well. I still have a bunch, so that's why the stream is probably going to end after this.
American 3870, radar contact, same altitude. Traffic 1800, American 3870. American 3870, climb maintain 1,000.
230 knots now.
12,000, and reach the American 3870. Any affirmative?
So we're following the route, we just have special instructions for altitude right now, anyway. That might change. Probably will change. Still got 2,820 kilograms of fuel left on board. You can see the airport just over there. And the gates at this airport don't move, unfortunately, but you just had to imagine they do. But it looks very nice, so makes me happy. There's another plane over there climbing.
Yeah. Got any?
American Airlines 2324 that you heard on frequency. That's him over there.
American 870, say again, please.
We had a bit of a headset also.
There's the airport. Slow down again, 220 knots.
Yeah, I'm send on message if we go yet. Just a couple minutes delay. Some trading space. American 1670, traffic 10 o'clock, 6 miles now. Airbus A320 eastbound, climbing through 7,000 for 12,000.
I don't see him.
American 2324, traffic 1 o'clock, 4 miles. Airbus A320 northbound, level 6,000.
Here's the traffic for American 23, transfer.
Oh, that's similar there. And American 1670 has some traffic.
American 3870, tell us saying 100, able to direct ditch. Left 100, direct ditch, American 3870. American 870, thanks for the patient, sir. Telephone 230, the following 2, correction, following now 300 at 11, for winches, and 11, left pick up.
Left.
American 1670 to 718, 3000.
Down to 3,000, American 1670.
American 2324 leading my airspace near Central South Line, where service terminated. Change advisory frequency approved.
Making our way down.
Thanks for flying. American 3870, same to you, leaving airspace near Central South Line, where service terminated. Change advisory frequency approved. We're following up the traffic, also going to ditch 14 miles straight, shouldn't be any problem.
Roger that, American 3870, we have the traffic on TCAS. Thanks very much for trail today, and maybe we'll see you on the return trips.
See. American 878, critical contact, say it all soon. American 878, thanks.
You guys
Calling
can judge my
1812,
landing.
12 miles.
It'll be a good one. We're gonna be turning around, heading toward the airport here in a minute. Eventually. Speed down a little bit more. Over speed. Give us a speed brake. Just give it all the speed brake.
American 878, proceed direct Woodstown, DR, left off cost. American 1670, tell us.
COR.
American 870 is at Oscar, Delta,
Speed 180.
American 1670, tell us, 350, metrics to final.
Turn left heading 350, American 1670 next. 350 degrees magnetic. Or not
American
magnetic.
878, leaving my airspace, Washington is full,
So he's gonna guide us to the runway.
Take care.
I'm gonna hold this speed as well. Sorry for that sniff there, guys, if you heard it. If you didn't, it's completely obvious now.
American 878, leaving my airspace, Washington is offline,
Philadelphia, really.
Attention advisory frequency approved. Okay. See you.
My airport diagram, Philadelphia. It's gonna be a long taxi. I'll tell you that much. Check real quick where we're parking.
American
Hold on.
1670, tell left heading 300, intercept runway 27 right, full class.
Left to heading 300, intercept at 27 left, localizer, American 1670. Alright. Clear for the localizer, which we basically already have. Like this is. I'm gonna check the gate they went at real quick. Terminal B, B13. Okay. Is this game on Steam? Time to play 360. Yes, it is. Just look up Flight Simulator X in Steam, and you'll find it. This plane does not come with it. I have a lot of add-ons. that I have paid a lot of money for. Speed brakes are armed, I believe. They are. Good. You should be able to see the airport right up there.
American 1679 miles from Gibraltar, maintain 3000 until established by Holland, only 29.
Cleared ILS runway 27 right approach, American 1670. 27 left, sorry. Set the approach button. We won't start descending on the glide path yet, or the glide path isn't called glide slope. We won't be on that yet. We're not to that point yet. Is it free to play? You just have to buy the game. VATSIM is free. But yeah, the game is like, I don't know, like $30, I think. Other than that, it is free. Alright guys, and I probably won't be talking for a little bit. I'm going to focus on landing. So, yeah. The end of the runway. Yep, there's the airport right up there, guys. You can see it. Not going to slow down the plane yet. Got my view set up.
American 1670, wind 300 at 129, clear stop.
Runway 27 left, clear to land, American 1670. I think he's clearing us from 27 right.
American 1670, just confirm only 27 right.
Oh, sorry, we thought we were going for 27 left, American 1670.
American 1670, Roger, I respond for the island, 27 left right now.
Yeah, we just established 27 left, 1670.
American 1670, Roger, misunderstanding. The runway 27 left clear and the following now 300 at 11.
Clear land, runway 27 left, American 1670.
2,500.
Okay, that was a bad thing on my part. Sorry to my controller. That'll never much more than this appearance. So let's slow it down. There's one more flap. It's I didn't punch this in. Temperature, I don't know what it is, like 16. I'm seeing the speed 143. That's where we need to be right now. Getting close. I need the gear now. Let's slow the heck down. We are basically coming in hot. There's the airport. Alright guys, you ready for this? Alright guys, I will disconnect the autopilot. I'll fly it myself. I am now hand flying. About 1,290 feet right now. Everything is good. Hopefully we don't have to go around. Everything looks alright right now, so...
1,000.
taxiway. That wasn't good. There's the actual runway over here. Okay. Got it now. A little bit high. Still a little bit high. Correcting.
$500. 400. 300. 100 above.
Birds.
200 minimum. 100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. There it goes. Nice. That's a good one. Reverse thrust. Landed! Oop, crap, I didn't mean to stop. Michael, I'm just reading your chat now. I never saw that. Yeah, I was trying to keep it straight all I could. The wind was not fun. Okay.
American 1670, welcome to Philly. Continuous taxi on the Yankee Hotel Kilo, contact Philly ground zone point receipt.
Continue taxi on Yankee, hold short Kilo, and over to ground, American 1670, thanks. Alrighty. Floated landing. That's annoying. Go over to ground now. Coming up on Kilo. Just a second here. Did I miss it? I don't know. I might have. No, I'm like right on it. Philadelphia ground, good afternoon. American 1670 with you, holding short Kilo on Yankee.
American 1671, Philadelphia ground taxi. By Kilo and Juliet. Correction.
Text to the ramp via Kilo, American 1670. Alrighty, simple enough. This is Kilo, my scenery is just outdated. Flats will come up. Disarm the spoilers. Oh crap, going off the side. Lands a plane, can't taxi it. Alright, we gotta go into the B ramp. I can't remember what gate I read out earlier. Okay, we're on Bravo 13. So be like the third ramp opening here. So let's do this. There's the cargo, basically. Cargo City, as was listed on the chart. Okay, there's the first opening. It's Alpha West. so that opening there, that's Alpha West. The next one will be Alpha East. That's Alpha East. So we're in the next one, basically. Oh, and Philadelphia Perch just went offline. So great timing on my part. So, and we should have gate numbers, unlike the default scenery, so that'll be good. Coming right in here. I don't know which side it'll be on. I'm hoping it's like over here or something. Oh, both lines go to the center. Okay, that's good. Hopefully I'm in the right terminal. Does that say C? Okay, it's on the left. It should be on the left. Should just be right on the end here, in theory. It was a gamble, and I think it paid off. That's good. That's Bravo 3. And that's Bravo 1. Screw it, we park on Bravo 1. I wanted to go to Bravo 13, but 1 is good enough. We'll just pretend this is where we want it to be. Because I cannot be bothered to spin it around and do it right. I gotta park this right as well. That'll be fun. There. How close? Oh, nowhere close. The gate's there, good enough. We'll stop here. And I forgot to turn the APU on. We gotta wait for that to spool up. Other than that, it's pretty good. Meanwhile, though, turn all the lights off. Waiting for the APU to come on. How are the brakes looking? The brakes are alright. That's good. I don't need to turn the brake fan on. I'll give them about 5 seconds of brake fan. Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. Alright, we're on the APU, so we can shut the engines off. Look the wrong way. Engines are off. Jetway doesn't move, unfortunately. Yeah, we could always check and make sure. Nothing. Close enough, I guess. Alright. Get everything on plane. On external power, so we can turn the APU off, APU bleed off. Fuel pumps and all that good stuff are off. Beacon off. It's good. Seatbelt sign off. Emergency lights off. I didn't turn the weather radar off, that's good. It's off now. Turn the navigation off. It's off. Basically everything is off now. I just need to open the door. None of that registered. And wrong door on the cabin. There we go. Pretend the jetway's there, okay? Don't judge. But alright, and that is going to do it for the stream, guys. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. Tell me why in the comments. I have been Sassgrass Gaming. Subscribe if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys another time. Goodbye.